In today's video, we're checking out the Blackbird Overdrive pedal from VS Audio. This is a single channel overdrive based on the Brownface and Blackface era amps. So if you're a big fan of Fender amps, you'll get a kick out of this. What you're about to hear in this intro track is this pedal going into the clean channel of my Marshall DSL 40CR, and it drastically transforms the tone of it. Let's take a listen. Here's the pedal up close. Now this can run on either 9 or 18 volt DC power supplies, which is really cool. So it will work with basically anything you plug into it. We get a volume, tone, and drive controls. So it's only 3 controls. Now they recommend setting this up at 12 o'clock and everything sounds great at 12 o'clock. If you want a little bit more than unity though, start turning up the volume control. To start with the show, here are these 2 toggle switches over here. We get 2 gain controls. So with the gain in the down position, we're getting less gain. With it in the up position, we're getting more gain. Over here, we also have the era switch. So down is the Blackface Fender tones, and in the up position is the Brownface Fender tones. So this is going to have a lot more mids. It's also going to sound a lot more thick and distorted once you crank up the drive. Firstly, a massive thank you to VS Audio for sending this out for the video. I really appreciate it. If you want to find out more about this, links will be in the description below. They're not paying me to make this video, nor do they get any creative input into it. I'm a big fan of their stuff. I use a lot of their pedals on my board, and this will find a place on a live rig. All right, let's get into it. I'm going to start with my Fender American Original 50 Stratocaster. This is all stock. going into the clean channel of my Marshall DSL 40CR amplifier. Now, being that this will transform the amp into a Fender kind of sound, I thought I'd use the Marshall for this particular tone, but it will work great going into any Fender clean tone or any other clean tone for that matter. Let's give this a shot. This is bridge and middle pickups clean with the pedal currently off. Pedal on, and this is the Blackface amp style tone on the lower gain setting. Here we go. All right, over to neck. Now, if you want more of that rounder sort of Fendery tone, turn the tone control back even more and you should be able to get it. Beautiful. Now, if we click up the gain switch, we're going to get more gain, and this is still exactly the same settings on the pedal, so you can go over to more of a lead tone. Here we go. Yeah, bridge. And now let's try the pedal in exactly the same settings, but I've just clicked it over to the Brownface/tweed style era switch position. So let's give this a shot. You'll hear a huge difference in the mids. Here we go. Back to where we were before on the Blackface one. So you can hear a huge difference there. Neck. All right, let's bring up the treble a little bit. Volume control down. And now I'll turn back up. Whoo! All right, so one of the cool things about this pedal is we can now turn the gain on that side down. So let's give this a shot. Now to my ear, the lower gain setting works better for my particular type of tone, but if you want that really cranked mids and really sort of distorted speaker kind of emulation, that's what that's doing with the gain cranked. It's just pushing the front end of the amp and giving you that really saturated tweed tone. So it's up to you how you want to run it. I've left the gain control in exactly the same spot the entire video because that's what seems to work really well for my particular rig, but You can get a lot out of this from that off clean tone all the way through to higher gain tones. So overall it works really well, and in the intro clip I was using it with the time delay from Crazy Tube Circuits and it rocks. So what I'm going to do now is just show you how that sounds with a higher gain setting.